Ever wondered what it takes to make a stunning comeback in Hollywood? Some of the biggest stars disappeared from the limelight, only to rise again stronger than ever. In the ever-changing world of Hollywood, it's easy for even the most iconic stars to fade away. But there are those rare legends who defy the odds and return to the spotlight, reminding us all why they were once at the top. In this video, we're diving into the stories of 10 legendary stars who made jaw-dropping comebacks after facing setbacks, personal struggles, or career slumps. From classic actors who vanished to pop culture icons making a return, these comebacks will leave you speechless. Get ready to discover the resilience, talent, and drama behind some of Hollywood's greatest returns to fame. Let's dive in. Number 1. Judy Garland, a star that refused to fade. Judy Garland is one of Hollywood's most iconic stars, known for her role as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. Her career began with a bang, and she quickly became a household name. But behind her bright smile and powerful voice, Judy faced serious personal struggles, including addiction, mental health issues, and a turbulent personal life. Her career hit a rough patch when MGM dropped her, and it seemed like Hollywood had turned its back on her. However, Garland refused to give up. In the 1950s, she made an incredible comeback, performing in concert halls and on television. One of the most memorable moments was her 1951 performance at the Palace Theater in New York, where she showed the world that she still had what it took. This concert revived her career and led to a string of successful albums and TV appearances. Judy even earned an Academy Award nomination for her role in A Star is Born, 1954, proving she was still a force to be reckoned with. Despite everything she went through, Garland's talent shone through, and she remains a beloved legend. Her story is a reminder that no matter how tough life gets, you can always rise again. How did Judy Garland manage to overcome her battles and reclaim her place in Hollywood? Stay tuned as we unravel the secrets behind a comeback no one saw coming. Number 2. Charlie Chaplin, the king of silent film, makes a sound return. Charlie Chaplin, famous for his role as the tramp in silent films, seemed to disappear from the limelight when talkies took over in the late 1920s. His comedic style, which had made him a worldwide star, wasn't suited for sound films. As Hollywood shifted to the new wave of talking pictures, many believed Chaplin's career was over. It seemed like the king of silent film would fade into history. But Chaplin wasn't finished yet. In 1940, he released The Great Dictator, his first sound film. The movie was a huge success, and Chaplin showed that his genius could adapt to the world of sound. Not only was the film a comedy, but it also carried sharp political commentary that captured the attention of the audience. The success of The Great Dictator marked the beginning of Chaplin's comeback. He continued to make films that were both entertaining and meaningful, cementing his place as one of the greatest filmmakers and actors in history. How did Chaplin manage to reinvent himself when everyone thought he was finished? Up next is the shocking story of a Hollywood star whose downfall became the greatest comeback. Number 3. Elizabeth Taylor, from scandals to Oscars. Elizabeth Taylor was one of the most beautiful and beloved actresses in Hollywood, but her life was as dramatic as the roles she played on screen. Known for her incredible looks and equally dramatic love life, Taylor faced many personal battles, including multiple marriages, divorces, and struggles with addiction. After years of personal turmoil, many thought her career had run its course, and that she was no longer the star she once was. However, Taylor stunned the world with her incredible comeback in 1966 with her role in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. The performance earned her a second Academy Award for Best Actress, proving that she was not just a glamorous star, but an actress of extraordinary talent. Taylor didn't stop there. She went on to star in films like The Taming of the Shrew and Cleopatra, further cementing her place as one of Hollywood's greatest legends. Taylor's remarkable comeback showed that no matter what obstacles she faced, her talent could never be overshadowed. What pushed Elizabeth Taylor to overcome her struggles and reclaim her place at the top? The next story will leave you speechless. A star who came back bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Number 4. Marlon Brando, A Rebel Returns. Marlon Brando was known as one of Hollywood's most rebellious icons, changing the acting world with his raw talent and groundbreaking method of acting. After delivering unforgettable performances in A Streetcar Named Desire and On the Waterfront, Brando's career took a sharp downturn. His erratic behavior, personal controversies, and refusal to follow Hollywood's rules caused him to fade from the spotlight. It seemed like Brando's time had come and gone. But in 1972, Brando made an incredible comeback in The Godfather, playing the legendary role of Vito Corleone. His performance became one of the most iconic in film history, earning him an Academy Award for Best Actor. This role reminded everyone of Brando's unmatched talent, and he continued to deliver powerful performances in the years that followed. His comeback proved that even the most rebellious stars could shine again, leaving a lasting impact on Hollywood. What inspired Brando to return to the screen after years of defying the system? Number 5. Bette Davis. A comeback for the ages. Bette Davis was once one of the brightest stars in Hollywood, known for her powerful performances and fierce attitude. During the 1930s and 1940s, she dominated the screen, earning the title of one of Hollywood's greatest actresses. But by the 1950s, Davis's career had begun to decline. Younger stars like Marilyn Monroe and Elizabeth Taylor were stealing the spotlight, and it seemed like Davis might be fading into obscurity. However, in 1952, she made a stunning comeback with her performance in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, a psychological thriller in which she starred alongside Joan Crawford. The film was a huge hit, and Davis's portrayal of the disturbed Jane Hudson became one of her most iconic roles. Her performance not only revitalized her career, but also proved that she still had the power to captivate audiences. This comeback opened doors to more roles in the 1960s, showing that Bette Davis was far from finished. Her return to the spotlight was a testament to her incredible talent and ability to reinvent herself when many thought her time had passed. How did Bette Davis manage to pull off one of her most unforgettable performances when her career seemed all but over? Up next is the mystery of a star whose fall from grace led to one of the most legendary returns in history. Number 6. Rock Hudson. The Charmer's Return. Rock Hudson was Hollywood's ultimate heartthrob in the 1950s and 1960s, starring in romantic comedies and dramas that made women swoon. However, by the 1970s, his career began to fade. It seemed like the golden era of his popularity had come to an end. But in 1976, Hudson made an unexpected comeback with the TV series Macmillan and Wife, where he played the charming police commissioner. This role reminded audiences that Hudson still had the charisma and charm that made him a star. Sadly, Hudson's career was cut short due to his battle with AIDS, but his return to television reminded people of his remarkable talent. His comeback in the 70s showed that even after a period of decline, a star could return and still make an impact. His legacy remains as a beloved actor who faced both personal and professional challenges with grace and resilience. Could anyone have predicted that Rock Hudson's return to television would be so successful after such a long period out of the spotlight? Hold on tight. The next story is about a star who clawed their way back to the top, leaving the scandal behind. Number 7. Kirk Douglas. Defying the odds. Kirk Douglas was known for his intense and powerful performances, especially in classic films like Spartacus and Paths of Glory. His career spanned decades, and he became one of Hollywood's most respected actors. However, in the 1990s, his health began to decline. After suffering a debilitating stroke in 1996, it seemed like his acting days were over. Many believed that Douglas had retired for good. But in a stunning move, Douglas made a remarkable return to the screen that same year, appearing in Diamonds Are Forever. Despite his physical limitations, he showcased his trademark intensity and presence. His return was more than just a performance. It was a symbol of resilience and determination. Douglas proved that nothing could keep him from the screen, inspiring not only his fans, but also others facing personal battles. His comeback was a testament to his unwavering spirit and dedication to his craft, reminding the world that age and adversity couldn't silence his legendary presence. How did Kirk Douglas find the strength to return to acting after such a major health setback? Number 8. Grace Kelly, the princess who went back to acting. Grace Kelly was the epitome of Hollywood glamour, combining beauty, talent, and elegance in every role. Known for films like Rear Window and To Catch a Thief, she became one of the most beloved actresses of her time. But in 1956, Kelly's life took a dramatic turn when she married Prince Rainier of Monaco, stepping away from the limelight to embrace her new royal responsibilities. Hollywood seemed to lose one of its brightest stars as she took on her duties as princess. Although Kelly never returned to acting after her marriage, her legacy lived on in the public's imagination. Documentaries, books, and retrospectives ensured that her impact on both Hollywood and the world would never be forgotten. Even though she didn't come back to acting, her name remains synonymous with grace and beauty, making her a timeless figure in film history. Would Grace Kelly have returned to Hollywood had her life not taken such a different path? Up next is the incredible story of a Hollywood figure who turned their troubled past into a dazzling comeback. Number 9. Gene Kelly, dancing back to fame. Gene Kelly was already a household name by the time he starred in Singin' in the Rain, a film that cemented his place as one of the greatest dancers in Hollywood history. However, as the 1950s transitioned into the 1960s, his star began to dim. The film industry was changing, and Kelly faced personal struggles, including health problems, that made it seem like his career was over. But in the 1970s, Kelly defied expectations and made a surprising return with the film Xanadu. Though Xanadu didn't become the massive success he had hoped for, it marked a pivotal moment in Kelly's career. His return to the screen reminded the world of his unmatched talent, and his iconic dance style resonated with a new generation. His comeback wasn't marked by one big blockbuster. Instead, it was about the joy of being back in the spotlight, sharing his passion for dance with the world once again. Could Kelly's passion and resilience have made him the most enduring figure of his time? Number 10. Frank Sinatra, the voice that never faded. Frank Sinatra's career spanned decades, and his voice became synonymous with timeless music. However, in the early 1950s, Sinatra faced a decline in his career. The big band era was fading, and his struggles seemed to signal the end of his reign as one of Hollywood's and the music industry's greatest stars. But in 1953, Sinatra made an extraordinary comeback with his role in From Here to Eternity, which earned him an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. This return to Hollywood was just the beginning of Sinatra's resurgence. Not only did he reclaim his place in the music world, but by the 1960s he was dominating both the music and film industries once again. Sinatra's comeback wasn't just about returning to the spotlight. It was about redefining his legacy and solidifying his status as one of the most influential figures in entertainment. How did Sinatra's ability to reinvent himself make him one of Hollywood's most legendary comebacks? These legendary stars proved that no matter how many times life knocks them down, true talent always finds a way to rise again. Their comebacks aren't just about making a return, they're about leaving an unforgettable mark on Hollywood history. Which comeback surprised you the most? Or is there another star you think deserves to be on this list? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more shocking stories from Hollywood's golden era.